Who is screwing who? We break it all down. Coming up next.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AfterBuzz TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
This song is in honor of everyone that made their own decision tonight. Oh yeah. A little rock in here, a little rock in the house. Welcome to season 30, episode 13, Feel the Burn. I'm Paulina Aguilar, and you guys can find me on Twitter at _Paulina Aguilar, and on Instagram at Paulina M. Aguilar. We've got a full house tonight.
What's up, guys? You can find me on Twitter at Jenna _Bussiere.
Hey everybody, thanks for joining us. My name is Pamela Gross. You can find me at Pamela Gross Gil. Thanks.
What's going on, guys? David Christopher. You can find me at Instagram at DavidPunkRockChristopher and Twitter at DPRChristopher.
All right, we got a lot to talk about tonight. A lot of decisions, big decisions have been made. People are pissed off. Let's get to it. Let's start off with the vote to get into the Redemption House. Now, David, you did say it was going to be Bananas or CT last week.
I did.
I did not think it was going to go that way at all.
I called it.
I really didn't.
I mean, realistically, let's break it down. It's a smart move. I mean, you want to take out the biggest dogs you have. It's either going to be Bananas or CT. So, for maybe watching the show, it kind of sucks. But as far as a strategic plan, as a competitor, I think it's genius. You know, you want to get rid of those guys. So, I saw it coming.
Do you still want to go after a big dog even though they have a chance of coming back?
Yeah, because I'd rather gamble and take that chance of them not coming back as opposed to keeping them around. Yeah, it's smart.
The time is going to come where you're going to have to make a power move like that eventually in the game. I guess do it sooner than later. And plus, you're only sending him to the Redemption House. It's almost like the nicer way to do it. Other than the elimination.
Here's my thing, I guess, is like I feel like if you send a strong person into the Redemption House, they're going to go against someone who isn't the strongest in the house, which means they're most likely to come back. Right. I would probably save that move for later, but I'm kind of wondering if the Redemption House is going to stay throughout the whole season. I thought they were going to be done with the Redemption House.
I'll take my chances because, I mean, as you see now look, we got Leroy in there now, so it's going to be Leroy, CT. Like, that's going to suck either way, but I mean, that's going to probably be a good match, you know? So, I mean, who knows what they're going to do, but I mean, that's what I'm saying. I'll take my chances.
Yeah.
You never know.
I was really surprised that it was CT, actually. I don't know why, for some reason, I thought it was going to be Hunter again. I thought that they were just going to keep throwing in that same guy that they've been throwing under the bus, because why stop now? Or I thought Bananas. I just thought CT was on too much of like a royalty pedestal that they wouldn't even touch him for some reason.
Right. I agree. I thought I knew it was going to be either CT or Bananas. I thought just CT was just so much more likable and untouchable that they wouldn't use that power move to do it to CT, who is likable. Johnny, at least it's like, ooh, dirty back at you, Johnny. Yeah. You know, CT's not like a low down dog like Bananas. So I'm surprised about that. But at this point, Paulina, you were like, save it for later. This is later, dude. I
feel like there's still 20 people competing. I feel like nobody goes
home. There's not.
The season's never ending, basically.
Well, there's 3 groups of girl guy in the Redemption House now. I think one more, and then they'll narrow it down to one that they send back, and that's it. I mean, like, there's only going to be this is where it's getting dark. There's no easy choices anymore, you know.
It's the big dogs now. You know?
It's hard. Yeah. It's hard. That's why it's so exciting.
Paulina did actually bring up a really good point that I didn't notice, that so CT is getting chosen to go into the Redemption House, but everybody else going into the Redemption House is going there because they lost an elimination. So at that point, they're already technically a weaker competitor than him. Oh,
for sure.
Because he didn't lose to get there. So he pretty much is going in with like a 80% chance of coming out instead of like a 50-50.
Right.
I don't know.
And jumping ahead, that's why, I mean, if you look at the girls, so we've got Jemmy and you know, and Anissa, and now Cara, who was sent there as a power move. The crazy thing is that with the guys, that whole flip-floppy burn vote, spinner doodle, where Leroy wound up. Now you got CT and Leroy.
I was just trying to
like
catch where you were going with that.
Well, that with Leroy, it became topsy-turvy, but now, so with the girls, you can see how it would be, like, you know, the losers, and then, but because that Leroy thing went the way it did, now you got CT and Leroy. So that's just crazy. Yeah, 2 people that have each other's back and are strong competitors.
Well, next week now we get to see the Redemption House compete, right?
I would think
Hopefully,
so.
We
because
don't
now
know.
there's three girls and 3 guys there.
I think we'll probably have 4. I think they
They just
get
keep
it to
stacking
4.
it up and then maybe
No,
it's
and
like
See, they
showdown.
never go home. That's why I'm like, I feel like there's still 20 competitors.
This season is probably going to last an entire year.
Oh, geez.
But I'm here for it. I love
I
it.
hope
This
so.
is a
Me
great
too.
season.
It's so
Bring it
exciting.
on.
Okay, now let's talk about this crazy nomination process.
Oh, my
We see them
goodness.
in the room. They're jotting it down. You know, someone has ties to somebody, so you know they're not all going to agree. You're not. That's plain and simple. You're not going to. And then Veronica throws a curveball. Now, can I just say, Brittany started this snowball a little bit. You know, she's the first one to say Leroy when if you look back, everyone said no to Leroy.
Well,
initially.
Right, it's like, how did this go from everybody
And-
saying we are absolutely not voting in Leroy to him
Because
going
And
that's-
she
in?
called it a burn vote, which was not the situation.
Well, can we back it on up to when they're sitting in the room? So Veronica's sort of leading the brains of the operation with the like, who won't you say? This is where I don't understand. Why didn't she fight then? It's not like she was silenced. Her and Brittany didn't want to say Jemmy. I don't understand why Veronica didn't say that is my I won't say it and try and rally them at
Kind of
that
fight a
point.
little bit more?
Yes, to say for girls, sorry Kayla that you're playing your own game and you won't say Camila, who we all want. To me, that was just stupid on all of their parts.
That's
They
it.
should have
That's a
just
good point.
voted
Yeah.
in Camila. Kayla didn't want to because in case Jenna had to go against her. Like, it's like, listen, if that was, I think that's where Veronica should have fought. That's what, we'll get deeper into that, but I feel like that's where she should have used her voice instead of throwing the monkey wrench in, and I get it. But why didn't she then say, I won't say Jemmy? Everyone agree? Like, no one, then why didn't they get everyone to say
I believe
Camila?
she did say that, if I'm remembering
She said
correctly.
she would have, but then she said, I don't want to say this, but Jemmy, it's you. But 3 people wanted, and even Jemmy understood. She was like, I think she decided to use her voice here. And
Because nobody agreed.
right.
Well, they said because she couldn't get anybody else to vote with her.
well, she didn't try. That's what I'm saying. I think that
She did say, I don't want to
I don't
vote
want
for
to, but
Jemmy.
she
That's
didn't
who I
fight
don't
hard
want
enough.
to.
didn't
I
fight
just
hard
want to
enough.
say
She didn't fight
stupid.
hard enough.
I just want to say
Stupid.
stupid.
I agree.
That's a good point because
Stupid.
I didn't think about that until I look back and how bananas he kind of lays it out. He's like, no, why would you think this way? Here's 1,000 examples of why you should vote with me.
right.
Veronica doesn't take that approach, and I can see her
Right.
not fighting enough to
Well,
where she wanted to persuade people.
She's like, okay, screw you. I'm going to jank you. Which, again, I love Veronica. I really love her, and I think it's great TV the way it all went down. I feel bad for Leroy, but in watching that, I was like, wait a second. Why is everyone's I won't say being honored
thing
but
is-
hers? Especially when the other
That's
girl...
why she did what she did, because she was tired of fighting in that room. It obviously was not going for her.
That's-
All of
she-
them.
All of them, I feel like, would have agreed to Camila.
She
It was
ba-
just Kayla that said, I don't want it in
But
case...
Veronica backed down quickly because she felt overthrown in the room. That's why when it came back around to being on the couch, she said, hey, this is actually where I have the chance to make the power move. This is where I take control, so I'm going to do it now where it matters than in the room when everybody's just spewing whatever they want anyway. But you can always get to the couch and just say something different.
Here's the thing. I have
So-
a question. So, like, when they sit down on that couch, is it that specific order? Or they just randomly sit in that place? Because had Veronica sat where Brittany sat, would it be different?
That's true.
That's a good
I don't know. I think it's
that
random.
that's kind of up to TJ.
I bet they seat them that way.
or
the
I bet they seat
production,
them
yeah.
that way. So
I think everybody in that room with you've been in the game for so long, your mind is made up. You've made ties. You know you're not going to say certain people. So you can try.
Do you think
but
Veronica's really going to say Leroy before Brittany?
no,
No.
oh
Right.
no, I agree with bananas. That was a.
But I'm saying that's why
She
she
didn't wanna
didn't
say
fight
Derek,
as much
yeah.
as you say she should have. It's like their minds were already made up. So I'm gonna go with Plan B.
But if she and, I feel like they tend to let the guys pick the guys and the girls pick the girls in these deliberations. I don't think Tony or Jordan, like if you look at that group of people, Tony doesn't care about Camila. Jordan doesn't care about Camila. Kayla wanted Camila in, and Brittany and Veronica only wanted to save Jemmy. That would have been an easy
Kayla
corral.
said the only person I won't vote is Camila.
But that was because she really wouldn't vote Jenna. It was like, oh, I won't vote once removed. And I think that the whole group could have overpowered Kayla. If the rest of them all said, Kayla, we're all saying, we don't know, it's edited, I get it. Maybe Veronica did try a little harder and we didn't get to see it. But that seemed weird to me. Then because also if they had convinced her. So now we saw clearly in this episode that Jenna and Kayla did have an alliance with Camila and Cara, which they broke. It would have been a lot cooler to break it with her being like, I'm so sorry, it's a majority, in that scenario, than the way they did it, which was on a game. I don't know. It just seems stupid on all counts. And Veronica, I think, comes out smelling like a rose.
Okay, well, here's where I kind of it shouldn't have gone down this way, was when after TJ explained, hey, if you don't vote, you guys are going in.
Right.
They got to vote again. I don't like that.
Right.
I don't think that was fair. I don't think that they should have gotten a second chance after they knew the situation. I think part of it being a dirty game is TJ throwing a curveball saying, hey, Veronica, now you have the ultimate choice because she
just the first time around.
The first time around, why do you get a second chance? Because you get to change your mind? Because then,
I think that they've done that
in
the past, though. I think that
I don't think they should do that anymore. I think whatever you say, and that's the curveball. Hey, guess what? Here's the situation, and now that person has to make up their mind and answer to all. Like that's not fair.
I actually like that. I would like that a lot better.
I don't like that.
Well,
TJ, I didn't know you were gonna do that.
Well, TJ didn't know that Veronica was going to tie it with Leroy. So she made that vote, and that's what made TJ say, no, this is a tie. Now you have to go back and change the vote. Because how is he supposed to predict who she's going to vote for?
But he could have said, if
she doesn't, whatever they vote is who they vote.
Right.
Well, also, wasn't it, but then how would you're saying they should have just been thrown in?
No, he could have explained, hey, if it's a tie, the first time that he got to Veronica and said, hey, if this is what happens, right. This is the circumstance.
Yeah. Either say it in the beginning so they know the situation and then they have a split second to change their mind, or you say it when he did and you don't get to change your vote. Or I don't think, what I'm saying is they should not have gotten a second chance.
I think that it was, what I think, that is sort of remember in Champs vs. All-Stars, then it would be if there was a tie, it was then your team has to pick against you. So if the other team couldn't decide who they wanted to throw in, the home team would be like, well, we all want, we're voting. They could have done that. I thought it was cool that they did it. I couldn't believe Brittany stuck to Leroy, her burn vote. It's now that you know it's not a burn vote, you're still going to stick with that? That's what I thought at that point. It's then pick Derek
the funniest
or Hunter.
part was that she was laughing after because she really thought it was a burn vote.
It was
right. She thought that her vote didn't matter.
She thought her vote was hysterical. She thought her vote was so funny. Oh, I'm so innocent, Leroy. I'm just blowing this on you. I love you, kid. His face, straight anger. He did not find any humor in that, rightfully
I was
so.
right there with Leroy. I was just
and I felt so bad.
That's not funny. That is stupid. I don't get it. I didn't.
No, it's not funny. And I felt so bad because it was Leroy's got sent in, and his entire existence in the game was threatened because, he went to the redemption house, was ruined because somebody wanted to prove a point. Veronica just wanted to say, hey, I'm here. I have a voice. You didn't listen to me, so now I'm going to use my voice and just send a curveball and throw Leroy in. Just so that you hear my point. All at Leroy's expense. Poor guy didn't deserve it.
Is it a tantrum or a smart move?
I think
she's a crybaby.
No, Camila is a crybaby. Okay, and we will get to that when we talk about.
Can I take up for Veronica's move? Although I feel for Leroy, I thought it was pretty dope. It was again, I think she should have fought and poor Leroy being the victim of it. But yeah, Veronica, you're right. She's I've got to vote. Everyone's playing their own game, and I want, she didn't want Derek. No one would let her have her I don't want Jenny. She didn't want Derek. She didn't care about Leroy.
But why not Hunter?
Right. Well, that
prove a point.
Leroy wasn't even supposed to be in the situation to begin with.
Throwing a power move, getting rid of someone big.
I think for her being as long around this game, I feel like she has to, kind of
be really dumb in her decisions.
No, just make a veteran move. She's been around this game for a while, so show that you have been around.
Just make her presence known, and that's what she wanted. She made
Bananas move. She did.
She did.
I have to give it to her. Come on, she's a veteran. You think a rookie is going to make that move?
Yeah.
No.
And Vet recognizes Vet. Johnny did nail it. He's I saw that light bulb. I can throw this shit on its head. Turn this
She was
place
just
upside
doing it
down,
to
and
give
she
herself
did.
the power. That's
Right,
all it
was
was.
a power
You're just
play.
like, listen to me,
That's
pay
why.
attention to me. Like,
It was, but it
But
worked.
haven't you ever
Leroy's-
haven't you ever been in a situation where you're not being heard, like no one
Okay,
is
but I mean,
taking
what
you
if-
seriously, and you're kind of like, you know what, fuck it, I'm just gonna do what I want.
No, I
I've been in
get
that
it.
situation
Of course,
a
but
lot, so that's what happened.
But
I
but I mean, there's like no real strategy behind it. It was just like throwing a tantrum. Like, I'm gonna say someone different just to piss you guys off. Like, okay.
yeah, but now
like,
people are gonna take her seriously and not mess with her.
I don't
And
know.
I think it sucks that it was Leroy. I think I would have been happy if it was somebody
Yeah,
else.
like,
I feel like she is the only strategy behind it is that there is this, we're the winning alliance. She's not a part of it. To get rid of one of them felt good for her. I think Hunter would have her back more than a Leroy job. You know, they don't care about her. And she thought, great, you don't care about me? I'll get rid of one of you. Here's my opportunity. I say, fine.
would
If
have
I,
done the same
you know,
thing.
I mean, I feel like Leroy's a nice guy, but again, he doesn't care about her. And why should she?
He was just chilling.
Yeah, but
Just
he
like-
also does have it. You know, she would be the first to go on. You know, Tony might think about, because he's not as savvy in the game. He might, or not Tony, Hunter might reflect. Wow, Veronica could have gotten rid of me, and she didn't.
Well,
I don't
she
know.
better
Clean
hope
out
so.
the big guys. I think if you've
She
got the
better hope so.
opportunity. Yeah, I hope she hopes. But I thought it was pretty fun. It was pretty good TV, and it just showed this game can on a dime. A dime.
All right, let's get into this double
Okay.
cross, because this is where a little bit of the Camilla-nator kind of comes out again. Derek chooses the double cross and decides to throw in Hunter, which I have to give to Hunter. He is a good competitor. He is good. I said that when he started. He's strong. He is reliable, and all that stuff. If he can just shut his mouth and change his attitude, that's the one thing. Like, he would be great.
He has, I think he's come a long way with his
deserves to be
attitude.
there. He's fought his way. If he can just shut his trap, that would be great.
Because now he knows he's going into every single elimination and he's winning them. So all he has to do is keep winning them. There's kind of no point. There's no bragging rights for him. No matter how many he wins,
But if
he's going
someone-
back
but
at the
if-
next one. So what can he say? So I think now he's just kind of humbled down, and he doesn't talk after he wins anymore because he goes, "This is nothing,"
someone's
because
winning-
I still
Next
got
one.
next week.
He does. I did write down, calm down, Hunter. He's like, I've proved I can take down every single one of the, and he has proved himself. Like, I can take you all down. I'm not playing around. But he's still calm down. Like, you.
But if
you know,
you're into that elimination that many
It was
times,
good.
I'm not going to keep voting you in. Like, at some point, like, okay, I don't want you to go that bad. Like, I don't hate you enough to see
But
you.
they have an alliance, and he's not a part of
He's
it.
not a part of
So
it. It's
he's-
going to be him every time.
thing I was-
You're either betraying
Exactly.
someone or throwing in Hunter.
He's
which-
not a vet, so they're just going
Right.
to keep putting him in.
But we talked about this too. We said a few shows ago, we're like, he's gonna have to really step it up to survive. And so far, he's doing that. So I'll give him
Right.
the credit. He's earning my respect. And if he really can pull it off and take him out one by one, that's awesome. Like, dude, hats off to you, man, because that's ballsy. It's a great competitor, and so we'll see. We'll see what happens. But he's surprising me. So I'm getting a little bit more excited to watch him each time.
He
Yeah.
performed really well in the
He did.
elimination.
He
He
did.
was like a full-blown little running back out there. Like, it
Right,
was
kick
pure
butt.
athleticism. Like, the height, the size didn't matter between him and Leroy. He definitely outperformed him.
Let's talk about that a little bit, because to see the saran wrap, I was like,
That
what?
sucks.
I was like, I thought it was like a little like cocoon. You just had to like squeeze on through the hole, like, and come out the other end.
That's what I was
don't know
kind of
what that
thinking
was.
the first time with the first door when it was just paper. I was thinking, why are they bashing into each other? Shouldn't they kind of just slide and sneak through the sides of them instead of, they're not going to
Tearing
hold
the
each other
ends,
back
right.
long enough. At that point, it's going to be a foot race.
Well, like, what a rude awakening, though. Like, you just think it's paper, right? And you're like full blown, and then you just like,
Yeah.
like,
Right.
what
And
just
plus,
happened?
there's another guy on the other
That
side.
too,
There's
yeah,
Saran
it's
Wrap and
like-
another massive human being you're going against.
That's actually mean. That's mean, MTV. That's kind of mean.
It's awesome, and I'm glad that
yeah.
Saran Wrap is sponsoring these past two episodes. That we're getting a real feel for how it would feel to be physically enveloped in Saran Wrap, jumping
awesome.
into
Yeah.
it, slamming into it.
The PA for
Dropping
the
through it.
production of the challenge definitely ordered way too many rolls
Yes.
of Saran Wrap, and they're just trying to figure out things to do with it. Next week, what are they going to be doing with Saran Wrap next week? Like, who
Build a
knows?
redemption house out of Saran Wrap. Like it's,
Next challenge.
Did you guys care for who went home in this? I mean, did you want
Well,
Hunter to
because
win?
there's no
and
going
all that?
home. It's going to
Well, the
Redemption House.
See, it's like
But it
nobody
makes it a lot
leaves.
less sad, though. You kind of
It's like,
become
what's
less
the
attached to
point?
people because exactly they're just you're seeing them again for the rest of the next 2 episodes.
I didn't want Leroy to go home just for the fact that he didn't deserve to go in the first
didn't want him
place.
to go either.
That's the reason. As far as the girls, I really didn't care. I really didn't. I was like,
Camila
I
cared.
would have liked to have seen Derek put in Bananas. I would have liked it to be a power matchup
No.
where
They have
No.
yes.
way
No.
too close of a tie for that to ever happen.
Well, no, Derek.
That would never happen.
Derek is not Derek. I feel like Derek's moral lines are very black and white, and he would never betray an alliance.
I do like
So,
how he's sticking to his.
He sticks to his guns. I think he that would have been the power move. That would have been the dirty move, which is exactly the flip side of what. And I would have liked to have seen how Johnny would have done it. He probably would have been cool, not like Camila, but that's exactly what happened to Camila, but she's the Johnny in this scenario. She had an alliance with Jenna. Jenna threw her in. She was surprised, and she was a little brat. Camila's having a meltdown, clearly, and it's like, it is.
Surprise.
It's time to...
Ever since the blow up with Leroy,
Yeah.
I don't feel like she should be there at all. So if I were in there, I would throw her 1,000 times over. The same way that they do with Hunter, I would throw her in and throw her in and throw her in, because at that point, it's, I don't need you here. Nobody needs you here for
They
that.
should have thrown her in to begin with.
Yeah.
Their vote
Right.
should have gone for her.
Yep.
Not Jemmy, which is, talk about the burn vote. It's like, she's not going to win against Tori or Jenna, or that was like you're just sacrificing poor Jemmy.
Talk
She
about
wasn't
a
going to win
tantrum.
against any of them.
Did Camila overreact?
Oh,
Absolutely.
I had to ask. I needed to make
it's
sure.
unanimous.
I'm surprised.
I understand that Camila was in an alliance with Jenna and Kayla, but the alliance seemed a little shaky from the start because it seemed like Camila just tried to make the alliance because she realized, hey, Jenna and Kayla are a really good power couple. Let me get into this now. Meanwhile, Jenna was in an alliance with Tori since day one. They were
No.
always friends.
No, because Tori even said it's probably going to be me. Camila will pick Jenna. Jenna will pick Camila if I don't get this. It's
From
even
my understanding,
Tori
from
was
watching
surprised.
it looks like Tori and Jenna have been
They're
girls
friends.
since the first episode.
But those girls made an alliance. Those 4 girls, they like made it seem wishy-washy last week, I guess, to lead up to this. But then it became clear that that's why. Again, overreacting. For once, I agree with Kayla. I was
But,
like, shut
yes.
up, Camila.
Well, I was going to say, I agree with Kayla in the sense that I think Camila, it was just a matter of time until Camila
It's true.
flipped on Jenna. So
It's true.
sorry, Camila, Jenna got to it first.
she
It's
beat you
a-
to it.
And you were
Agreed.
absolutely overreacting. Like, why do you just have this
Yes.
sense of entitlement that you think everybody
Just
owes you
win.
the entire game on a silver platter? Sorry, you got thrown in. You're going to come out against Jemmy. Just take
yeah,
it like
really,
a man
it's
and go
Jemmy,
and do
like-
the elimination.
Exactly.
If
And-
it was the opposite and Camilla would have been like, sorry, I had to make a decision.
Right.
Or, hey,
Right.
I know, blah, blah, blah.
That is
she would be
exactly-
like, get over it.
It's
Why
a
are you
game.
crying?
Hold on,
It's a game.
That makes me think. Who do you think, if the roles were reversed, if that was Camila, who do you think she would have picked out of those 3 girls?
I think she actually would have picked Tori.
I
Not
think Tori.
really because of the alliance, just because I don't think she has any sort of camaraderie with Tori at all.
Yeah, I think she
Like,
would
I
have
just
picked
don't
Tori
think
as well.
they have anything,
And-
friendship,
But
alliance,
Camilla-
nothing, so why not?
So, excuse
Agreed.
me. Camilla can dish it, but she cannot take it.
True.
Oh, I'm
True.
dying over here.
No, what you said was
She
like
can't-
100% what Camilla would have said.
She can't-
Oh, stop crying. This is a game. I had to make a decision. Like, I feel like you
Sturdy,
actually...
sturdy.
They're the same
Yeah.
thing. And you know what?
Paraphrase.
Jenna is. I can relate to Jenna in the sense of like I won't make like I won't apologize. I probably wouldn't apologize that many times, but I would have been like, sorry, what am I supposed to do? Didn't have that much of a like, and she probably would have gone off. But can relate in the sense of like I've always had friends that kind of like had my back and kind of speak more than I would. I'm more kind of quiet when it comes to that stuff. So I kind of felt bad for Jenna, and I don't think Jenna should have felt bad for Camilla. As I'm sorry. Don't be sorry. How about you just? It's a game. That's all you have to leave
Yeah.
it at that.
I don't think I can ever feel bad for Camilla. The whole time too, it was just like, again, like, wah, wah, like really.
It seems like that someone commented on this episode that Jordan was rogue, and it seems like at this point the real alliance is Camilla, Jenna, Jordan. He's the one. This is all Jordan masterminded this. Let's be real. They're like, what should she do? Kayla and Jenna like have Jordan in their little bunk bed, and they're like, what should Jenna do if she picks the double cross? And he's like, I want Tori at the end over Camilla. That's what made Jenna pick. It wasn't a deep strategy. She was like, Jordan said Tori'd be a better choice. I mean, I really think it was almost that simple. not consciously, but kind of. And that was it. She was like, well, it's true. So now I think that is their alliance. They're thinking end game because it's the end games. And Jenna and Kayla want to be in it together. Jordan is more allied with the girls than any of the guys at this point. And he said, Tori's be better. Camila freaks out in a final.
But Camila has done things in this game to completely change her fate. So if she made an alliance with Jenna, that can all be done now because of what she did to Leroy. Like, that can just, Jenna has nothing to worry about. That's all she has to fall back on every time. I saw how you acted. I saw that you were completely out of line with the way that you were to Leroy. That's why I'm voting you in. It doesn't matter. The alliance is in the past. I've seen you now show your true colors. This is why. This is my reasoning. She could have just gone that direction.
If the timeline we're seeing is accurate, and who knows if it is, the alliance was forged after the Leroy thing, though, so that wouldn't fly. It's like, it seems like it was last week. They showed the so you're welcome, which seemed weird to me. I was like, what's going on? But I guess those conversations were really forming an alliance, because then Cara explains it in the Redemption House, that the four of them, and now she's like, screw it, I'm coming back to take vengeance on Jayla. So it's just great. It's great.
Like, no matter what it is with Camila, whether she personally lost a challenge, somebody else beat her, somebody else threw her in, it's always like the world is over and she never deserved it in the slightest bit. Like, even if she lost the challenge on her own, it was someone else's fault every time.
And I have to agree with Jordan
somehow.
when he says, who would you rather work with if they're both at the same level. And I have to agree. I don't want to be yelled at or yelled at for my shoes untied or something. Like, no, I don't want to deal with that.
I just want to dig him out real quick. Do you remember when she's being slammed in the pole in that one challenge?
Oh my God, yeah.
So awesome.
Camila is definitely, you, Paulina, again, we're right. It's like you channeled her. Like, no, dude, it's a game. It's exactly what she would sound like. And it's crazy that she reacted like that. Like, that even seems beneath her. She should know at this point, like, it's a game. Relax. Like, she was... that was out of order with that, like, fuck you, Jenna, like, calm down. Also, like, it was weird. Yeah, she's a little unhinged right now.
Okay, so I kind of thought that Jemmy had a little bit of a chance in this, and she really let me down.
You know what? With her,
go ahead.
She's
really? Bigger. I mean, we haven't seen that much of her for her to prove that she could win this elimination going in, but we haven't seen enough of her to see that she would fail going in either.
She's less athletic. She's slower.
I was about to say she's not an athlete. She's not that athletic.
She's so unathletic.
But I was pulling for her. I was pulling for the underdog because she's got that bad girl attitude where it's like, I will knock you on your ass. So I was like, yes, okay, find that in you. Let's go. I really did, because I think the favorite is Camila.
I thought Camila's emotions were going to send her a little bit more haywire, but she was able to stay concentrated and get it done.
She's little. She went through the hole.
I was thinking, maybe this is going to eat at her and she'll somehow, like, trip and fall or start crying. She had a panic attack before one of the challenges when they were suspended over water for the trivia. Yeah. I thought that maybe her emotions were going to throw her off. So I was like, oh, Jemmy, maybe you got a chance in this.
Well,
nope.
You try to convince yourself.
I love Jemmy.
Jemmy.
Even Jemmy knew. She's like, well, I'm gonna have to find a way to gameplay my way back into this house. Like, Jemmy wasn't under it.
Jemmy is a couple of fries short of a Happy Meal, is what was said in the group chat. So I just wanted to say that because it was
meaning
funny.
She's like powerful and great, and everybody loves her like a Happy Meal.
She's a guilty pleasure.
She's 3 fries short of a Happy Meal.
She's not.
You're mad if you're short fries.
Man. Okay.
Let's talk a little bit about next week. We saw an argument with Camila and Tori again, which Tori seems like she's had it up to here with Camila. So could there be another physical fight? Is it just yelling? Is someone going to get sent home? Is it going to be a match in the Presidio?
I mean, it doesn't look like it's a drunken night because they're in sweatpants. It's broad daylight.
I don't think Camila's going to make that second mistake.
Oh, well. So
that probably works in their favor of it not getting into being a physical fight because they'll probably keep their composure enough because they're not drinking. Mm-hmm. That might play in their favor a little bit. But I'm just happy that Tori is going after Camila as well as the other girls in the house because Camila does kind of feel like she's on a pedestal a little bit. So I kind of like that, especially the younger girls. Tori's a rookie. Is saying, I'm just as tough and as good as an athlete as you, so now I'll just get in a verbal altercation with you as well. Let's do it.
What about the gold mine that Are You the One found in Tori. Like, she was on some stupid dating thing, and look at her. She might win $1 million. Like, this would be a first. I mean, she really could win. Because no one hates her. Like, no one's really gunning for her. Now the alliances have turned on each other. And she's like,
she's kind of
like
hanging in the back.
and she's really good. Like, she doesn't have a target on her back right now, and she's really good. Wouldn't that be awesome?
She does
God,
have a
that
fair
would be
shot.
crazy.
She does. I mean, I think she matches up evenly with everybody that's left in there.
Yeah,
So,
evenly, if not the best.
Yeah,
I mean, I
yeah.
feel like she might surpass. She's stronger. The only one I think with strength is Cara Maria, but Cara Maria is too political. There's people like her, people hate her. She's got too much baggage.
But she's got to get back in first.
She's got to get back in, but I think again, she's got to be Jemmy and Anissa. You know, unless they're eating a dog's head, as I like, who knows what they're gonna have to do. But yeah, if it's something physical, I think Cara Maria's.
Yeah,
I
she's
hate
got
to,
it.
you know.
I agree with you.
Wow.
So everyone's in agreement. Cara's coming back.
I mean,
I would think so.
I think the top dogs are coming back.
Do we
Yeah.
think that this is
Cara.
it for the Redemption House?
No, I wish.
No,
I think
more.
I think it's
Think
gonna
one
stay
more.
around.
I think one more. I think it'll be 4. It was 4 last time, right? It was.
Well, now it's going to be Anissa, Cara, and Jemmy. So it's 3 of them.
Anissa, Cara. I think one more girl's gonna go.
Leroy,
into the,
CT, and Hunter. So
Well, after they do this, 4 will go home, right? So out of the 6 people in the Redemption House, 4 will go home because you'll have 2 winners. So are they going to start a whole new round?
of Redemption House.
I don't know. I don't think so. I think this will be the last
what if they
round.
do
Never
a thing-
ends.
What if they do a thing to where they just keep sending them in there, and then they have to fight their way back to compete for the final?
Right, like what's gonna
Just
happen?
recycling them. Come on, guys.
I
Stop
think
recycling.
that I think that
No, just throw them in
they
the trash.
I think that they're gonna have it get down to, I don't know how it's gonna be in the finale, like if it's teams of 2 or teams of 4, how that's gonna be. But I think the redemption winners are gonna automatically go into the final. That's what I think. I don't think they're going to go back in and compete. I think the redemption winners, especially now we got Leroy, CT, Car, we're getting a good, I think there'll be one more strong girl in there, and then they'll do some
They're
They'll
going to
be
the final?
challenge
something
where
together.
the
Just
winners,
said.
oh.
Say
That
it.
would,
Yeah.
that would be a nice
Saying the same thing.
All right.
So
That would
the
be
last
nice twist.
redemption competition will be to get into the final.
correct.
I can
Right.
see that. That'd be
That's
cool.
right.
I hope this is the last
Wait,
Redemption House.
Paulina,
I'm gonna
now
knock
you
that
say
house
it.
down. No, I'm not.
I think what's going to happen.
I just can't believe
I
that
agree
Johnny
with that.
Bananas politics. He hasn't even been that big of a politician this year, but
He's been under the radar lately.
yeah, just his existence on this season, like no one is touching him, and I can't believe that nobody's gunning after him. Like people want to
No,
take him
Hunter
down
is.
every
Hunter,
year.
Hunter and Corey were.
Hunter
but
and Corey,
was
yeah.
out.
Look,
Corey's
Bananas
strategy, see
is
how well that
stepping
worked
back,
for him.
And he's kind of like, I'm just gonna let that play
He's
out.
smart.
Everyone's
Right.
kind of learning from him and kind of picking up his moves. I think.
But
So-
usually he gets thrown into an elimination by this
yeah,
point.
but he has
He's
no
pissed,
smell.
right?
See what happens
It's
when you
so
don't
weird.
talk. You stay safe.
And he's very well protected too. You know what I mean? So-
Oh yeah. Oh, nobody wants to mess with him.
Yeah.
Come on, we want a
Okay,
little Ron
now
Banana.
I want
in
to
our
get
life.
into some gossip and some stuff that we see on social media, and also we want to thank everybody for tweeting us and finding things that we don't know about. So to Anna Lynn on Twitter. Tweeted me a picture of T.O. in an all-star jacket, which is supposedly the team uniforms. I don't know what the team uniforms is, because last week I had met T.O. and his manager, and I had asked if he was going to be on the show. His manager told me no. That he
Okay.
was offered a role, and he didn't do it. So
Okay.
I don't know, and I'm going to be really pissed if his manager lied to me, and I don't see a reason why he would, considering it was in a professional place where we had this conversation. So I guess we're all just gonna have to
I don't know,
Yeah.
because Tio's caption said something like, I'm a star.
I'm a star, right.
Right.
I was under the impression that he was until I spoke to his manager. So I don't know. Now I'm just confused.
You better
Okay.
be calling that manager back, girl.
Yeah.
I know may not have his number, but I can get it.
He ghosted you. He's like, I'm not giving you any information.
Please.
I should have just showed him
Okay.
social media. Another one is that the challenge, the new season, we talked a little bit about it last week or the week before, I don't remember, some of the new cast members, and there's some pictures that have been revealed of some of the people, and Brad was one of them. I don't know if you guys remember him. He was married to another Tori. And there is a picture of Tori and Brittany, and getting a little touchy.
Brad and Brittany.
Brad and Brittany.
Tori and
Tori.
Brittany. 'Cause he
Brad and
was
Brittany.
married to-
That would be a little bit weird. Brad
That
and
could work,
Brittany.
too.
Yeah. Brad and Brittany. Yeah. What are
Nice.
your thoughts on that?
I like Brad.
I'm thinking, wow.
Yeah.
Brad
would
comes
not
back-
have pinned them as a
Me
couple.
neither. He comes right back into the game and is getting in touchy-feely with one of the newer girls on this season. It's
Yeah.
interesting.
And the new season, I believe, might be X's 3. I don't know. I'm guessing on that. It is not confirmed.
Oh.
It is not official from me.
Oh.
So don't gang up on me, guys, yet. 'Cause I don't know
Okay,
yet.
okay.
And,
I like
and if
it.
I do, I will let you guys know. But I'm that's the route I'm on. That's the theory I'm on right now.
I always like the X's ones, so that'd be kind of fun.
I do
It's
too.
Vendetta. I knew that somebody put it in
Vendetta.
there. Thank you, Bria
Oh.
Carter. So
Alright.
season 31
Thank you.
That's
Vendetta.
what's being rumored. All right. Now we
Okay.
got 2 theories. I like this.
Okay.
I like
She's
this.
looking
Set it on the
how
challenge flag.
perceptive this one is.
Set on
Yeah.
challenge track. Thank you guys
So
for being on our live
observant.
chat. See?
Oh,
Yes,
so
thank you.
smart. Yeah, very
It's a challenge.
keen
Vendettas.
observations.
And then this was, I guess we had found out in the beginning of the season that obviously Tori and Derek are broken up.
Well, we found out because Derek tweeted that. It's funny how they never addressed it in the beginning. It was like, my boyfriend. And then they never mentioned
It was a complete
another
fall-off.
word. Like they
Yeah.
ghosted that plot line.
Well, since we're on the rumors thing, no, I heard because it was rumored that Tori and Jordan
Well,
had a fling.
okay, so
heard
where
that's
did
why.
you
That
hear
Tori
that?
cheated, and the rumor is Jordan.
Right.
And without hearing that rumor, I follow Jordan, I follow Tori, and I was like, they're together an awful lot. It looks friendly. There's nothing suggestive at all. But
That's the rumors.
And so I guess that's why there's the rumors, but is there any truth to them?
Live chat. Live chat. If
I
anyone
don't
said
think
that
we're
as well.
gonna know any of that until the reunion, because that's
Tori and Jordan
when they're
hook up
done.
According to Vevmo.
That's
Oh,
when they're
Vevmo.
Told you.
Is it according to Vevmo? No, I saw it on.
I was just
social
speculating.
media,
Yeah,
Twitter,
we're-
right?
Yeah, social media.
Saw
I
it
heard
on
a lot of
Twitter,
it.
yeah. So
But
I don't think anyone's gonna know until the reunion comes out, because then the show will be done filming and
Guys,
all that stuff. Will
yeah.
be done.
If Vevmo said it, it's pretty much certified fact
What
at that
is
point.
Vevmo? Like Big Brother? Is Vevmo just like
It's just
some
a gossip
leak?
website.
It's a
It's
mole.
just
I know.
like-
If
I
it's
don't
on
mean
the
what is it
internet,
really,
it's
but I
true.
mean what is
Right.
the
It
mole?
must be
It
true.
must be true.
Yeah, is it like an MTV?
Vevmo
insider?
don't lie.
You know,
Yeah.
I'm just
They
gonna,
don't lie to
I'll
us.
call
That
Jordan. I'll
don't
ask him.
lie.
What happened, dude?
Yeah.
I know, right? Come on,
Jordan.
Let 'em-
Jordan, what's up, dude?
Yeah.
All right, guys, that's it for us tonight, and we will see you all you guys next week. But before that, please follow us on social media. David, where can they find you?
You can find me on Instagram at DavidPunkRockChristopher and of course Twitter at DPRChristopher.
And my name is Pam Gross. You can find me across social media at Pamela Gross Jill.
Hey guys, thanks for joining us tonight. You can find me on Twitter at Jenna_Bussiere.
And you guys can find me on Twitter at _Paulina Aguilar and on Instagram at Paulina M. Aguilar. We'll see you guys next week.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.